Hello everyone, I'm the Crimson Trakenya and this is another Let's Play video. As you can see now, this is another Pokemon one, and this is Pokemon Emerald. This will be a randomized Nuzlocke like before, and most of it will be the same. The only changes are trade-based evolutions from the actual games are now able to evolve either with a stone if you needed an item to evolve them, but in the trade, or leveling up. This is a bit of a change, but I think it's kind of good because I've never seen the point in trade evolutions and I prefer to play these games solo. Also, the start Pokemon will all start off as basic Pokemon, will all be basic Pokemon that have 2 evolutions. They'll be very similar to actual starters. I think this is a bit better because otherwise you either get a powerful Pokemon that's really hard to level, or weak Pokemon, or sort of a mix and match. Anyway, also, unlike my Pokemon Fire Red one, I will not be pretending like I don't know about Pokemon, so I will be playing this smart, and I will hopefully not game over like in the Fire Red one. Spoiler for those who haven't seen that yet. Anyway, let's have a go and see how this ends. I really don't care. Because it's random, I doubt that will affect anyway. So, right. Here we have Professor Birch. I think if he's Birch or Elm. I think Elm was Gold and Silver. And that's a Lotad. Grass and Water type. Kind of a useful combination. But his final evolution sucks. So, anyway, for those who don't know the rules of a Nuzlocke, I'll put them in the description, and I'll be playing this in the same way as last time. So, I'm a boy, and I'll be naming myself Crimson, like in my previous one, because I am the Crimson Trakenya after all. Now, I don't get to name any of my rivals or anything in this, so they'll be named what they're named. I managed to find a way to lowercase Pokemon names, so it's not like Pikachu, it's actually Pikachu. But I couldn't find a way to do it with trainer names, which kind of sucks. Anyway, this is Little Root Town, the starting town of the game. This is Mom, because this is Americanized, apparently. Yeah, I get my own room, no one else in the house gets a room. And these are Vigoroth, and they seem to be trying to work out where to put stuff. One of them is just watching TV. In this one, unlike in Fire Red, we have a GameCube rather than a NES. I'll set this to the right time anyway, despite the fact that time events don't work. And where I am, it's about 5:30, so I'm not very good with analog clocks, so bear with me. That's 5:30, I think. It'll do, I don't really care that much. Not gonna bother. Okay, let's just randomly go next door, meet this professor, and I'm gonna be accosted because I've just walked into someone's house. Let's have a look. Is the daughter upstairs? Nope, I want to steal this Pokeball. No! I want to steal the Pokeball. She's mad. Yeah, she's gonna go catch wild Pokemon. No. Thought you were gonna go catch wild Pokemon. Let's go. I want to join you. No. Come on. That's not how you catch Pokemon. And you cannot fully restore Pokemon LP unless you've got tons of items. Anywho. Yeah. I know for certain that Elm isn't in the lab. This will almost be a walkthrough, but also let's play. So anyway, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't have any Pokemon either, but yeah. Let's see what's happening. Alright, let's see what Pokemon we have to pick from. We have Aron, Abra, Seedot. Of the three, Aron's more my style. I'm just hoping it's got some extra attacking moves at the beginning. So that's always the issue with these. If they don't have attacking moves, you're kind of screwed. So I didn't go for completely random, because then you can get like legendaries who just can't do anything. So yeah. So our starting Pokemon is Aron. It's a male, unlike our previous game where everything we seem to run into was female, so it's kind of cool. Yeah. Ah, I just realized this is Steel type. Steel type are hard to level. Yes, we just magically teleport to the lab. Yep, it's a steely type. I know it evolves in something big and awesome. So I am going to call it I am going to call this one Tony. Oh, I really hope there's enough room for this, otherwise this looks silly. If anyone has guessed what I'm doing, good on you. But yep, this is a steel type, so I shall name it Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Yes? If you say no, then he'll just go, oh, go on, go on, go on, go on. So yeah. Now, last time our rival got one of the starters, but it wasn't one of the starters there, so I'm wondering what will happen this time. I'm going to avoid the long grass as much as I can because I can't catch anything. So yeah. What are the chances, and I'm pretty sure, knowing the Pokemon games, that this place doesn't actually sell Pokeballs. Oh, would you look at that? No Pokeballs. Yeah, it was one of those little quirks they put in together, which makes Nuzlocke kind of annoying. So it means you technically can't catch anything on like these routes, but like in my previous one, if I see a Pokemon, I'm not going to battle it, I'm going to run from it, because it's unfair if I'm doing this and getting XP from it. But because I can't catch it, I'm not qualifying this as the first Pokemon on a route. Until I get Pokeballs, that rule of the Nuzlocke isn't enforced. That's my personal rule, and a few others use it, and I kind of like it, so... Let's go talk to May. See what she's got. She'll give me a taste of what a trainer is like. She's apparently been helping out for ages. But let's see. Oh, it randomized her. So she's Pokemon Trainer May, yet it randomizes her name as well to Liliana. See, she has got one of the other starters this time. So that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering if it'll randomize her name next time I face her as well. So that's kind of interesting. It must be a flaw in the code, but I decided to I put in a randomization thing for the trainer names, so all the trainers would have unique names. I'm not sure if it includes gym leaders, but as it includes May, I'm guessing it will include, and I've got the hiccups, will include the gym leaders, so kind of interesting. And that's our first trainer battle won. Not enough to level up. If there had been any other Pokemon, I'm almost certain that would have leveled up. This is a Steel type, which is tricky to level, which is going to make... It's almost a hard mode of a game. I'm going to go back to Lab 2. I believe this is where I get the Pokedex. So, it's kind of cool. I don't have running shoes yet, so for some reason I'm holding down that button anyway. Natural instinct. But I should get them shortly, which will make things a lot better. A lot quicker for certain. We had a little lag spike there, not sure why. But yeah. Yep, she has an extensive history of Pokemon, but nope. She sucks. Yay, Pokeballs. She only wants cute Pokemon. Alright, let's go talk to Mum, as I believe... Yep, she wants to talk to me. She's outside the house. Yeah, I love the running shoes, they make so much better. They're not as good as the bike that you'll get later, but they're good. Right, now I can catch the first Pokemon I see on this route. This is Route 101. And let's begin with our first Pokemon. See who we get. We've got an Oddish, which is kind of a basic Pokemon and a good one to start off with on a team. It evolves pretty well. I'm wondering whether I should, if I manage to get this one to survive, whether I should go for the Oddish or Vileplume route. I don't know. Can't quite decide. I suppose I'll decide that when the time comes. It's quite low level, so a Pokeball should work. We'll heal up in the next town. Get everyone to full strength. As I've called this one Tony Stark, I think I might go for like a Marvel superhero theme. And this one is a grassy thing. And evolves into grass. Oh no, that's DC. And that's not really a superhero, that's a supervillain. But screw it, this will be a Marvel DC randomized Nuzlocke. And it'll be a mix and match, they'll have united to defeat some evil enemy as they often do. So yeah, I'm sure you guessed what I'm going to call this one. I suppose I could have called it Pep Pops, but I think I'd call something a bit cooler that. But Poison Ivy suit. So we've got two Pokemon. We've got Poison Ivy and we've got Tony Stark. Good combination. Good combination. At least in my opinion. I will be enforcing the 2 Pokemon centers per town rule unless I battle a gym where I'll get a 3rd one afterwards. Hopefully I won't have to do the cheat that I did and didn't really help me because I died against the gym leader, so yeah. We shall see how things go. We got another route coming up. And yeah, I can now go that way, which is this guy was blocking it earlier looking for footprints. And they were his own footprints, kind of silly really. So we're going to go on Route 103 to catch Pokemon up here. See what we can get. Hopefully something cool to add to our team. Oh, we got a Yanma. We saw one of these earlier, so that's kind of fair, I suppose. I kind of like Yanma. It's a fast Pokemon and becomes quite powerful if I remember rightly. It's another female one. And yeah. I don't know what to call it though. I can't think of any real insectoid. I killed it, so it doesn't matter anyway. Good XP from it though. Right, I'm gonna have to do what I had to do on the previous one, which is swap between them. So anyway, we won't get anything in Route 103. Kind of a shame really, but not too big a deal. Kind of wish I'd got that Yanma. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. We're on Route 102, so that's another chance to catch a new Pokemon. And it's a Soul Rock. It's gentlest Pokemon, so technically I can name it anything I like. And I know exactly what I'm going to name this. So Rock type, so this should be super effective. Critical hitted. And that'll heal me up nicely, and I should be able to catch it. Now I know exactly what I'm going to call this, because I know quite, well, I don't know much, some people probably do about Marvel and DC, but I know enough. Kinda sucks. Used Harden. I'm tempted, yeah, I'm going to, because that was a critical hit, which is generally about double damage. Providing this doesn't critical again, this should be good, and yeah, I want to try to get into the red if I can. Which I did. Worked well for me. Now I should be able to catch it, hopefully. Getting the 3rd member of our team. I named Poison Ivy despite naming Iron Man Tony Stark. Because I don't actually know, and I'm not going to look it up because that means pausing the video and then come back, and that's just awkward, what the real name of Poison Ivy is. So that's why I should call Poison Ivy, because as far as I'm aware that's her only name. And this doesn't work, then it looks like we're not getting Pokemon on this route either, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, looks like we are. We're lucky. Very lucky in fact. Now this one we'll be naming after a superhero who has a lot to do with the sun, even if it's not so obvious to some. If I get this wrong I apologise, but I believe it's spelled like this. There may be an accent or something in between instead, but this is Kal-El. And Kal-El is the proper name of Clark Kent, who is the secret identity of Superman. So I'm going to go to the mart actually, buy some potions, that way I don't have to use the Pokemon Center as much. Oh, I can now buy Pokeballs. You were not selling these, so that's an interesting thing. But I might as well stock up on those, as we did just use them all. So yeah, we've got, on our team we have Tony Stark, we have Poison Ivy, and we have Kal-El. So that's Iron Man, Poison Ivy, and Superman. It's a pretty good combination. Now the reason I called it Kal-El is because Superman's powers rely entirely on the sun. The more sunlight there is, the stronger he gets. He can be drained if there isn't enough sun. If it's the wrong type of sun, he can't do much. So it's kind of an interesting thing. And Soul Rock is the only sun-based Pokemon I can think of. So yeah, it's pretty good. And that was silly of me. I just realised because Absorb is a grass type move, and grass is not effective at all against Bug. So, sending out Tony Stark, he's like, bitch please, I'm Tony Stark. Yeah, your poison don't affect me. I'll bash you in my head. Now, I'm quite tempted if, when I get the chance, I will definitely be teaching Tony Flash Cannon. The reason being is that Flash Cannon is a beam-based attack that Steel types can learn. And to me it makes me think of the Repulsor Blast that Iron Man can do, so it's kind of cool. Kind of works for him. Now, I did say I was going to heal up Kal-El. Kind of cool having 3 Pokemon this early. Right, now I think this may be my first trainer. I can also randomize the trainer's Pokemon classes, which is kind of interesting. Ah, youngster Chloe. Randomized him into a female. Parents obviously wanted a girl, but just couldn't bring themselves to call their son a boy. I have that he's transvestite, not that there's anything wrong with that. So, I'm gonna try Kal-El. See what moves Kal-El has. I've seen him use Harden. Now I'm actually not going to attack. I'm going to Harden myself because he used Bide, which does more damage the more attacks you hit them with. Nice critical there. Hopefully won't build up too much energy. Holy shit, he almost defeated the Man of Steel. Now it seems that that's the only move he can use, so I'm going to risk another attack on him. Yeah, and I should just finish this before he unleashes the energy, so... Yep, Kal-El did his duty. Poison Ivy's now level 3. Kal-El is now level 4. So my entire team's a little bit stronger. No, you should have got your parents to rename you to have a boy's name. Now I'm going to have to heal up Kal-El, because Kal-El took a beating from that Bide. But as you can see, Bide does do a lot of damage if you let your opponents hit you with it after hitting them a few times. So if someone uses that and you're not confident you can take them out in the 2 moves it takes, then try to I'll just try not to attack them in those 2 moves. Do a Harden, do a Howl, do anything except attack. And then their moves will either do a pitiful amount of damage or fail. I can't remember which off the top of my head, but either one is good for you. So, yeah. I'm going to try and even up my team a bit, so I'm going to focus on raising Kal-El and Poison Ivy for a bit. Why didn't I just name them their actual superhero names? It'd be so much easier than saying Kal-El. Oh well. And I apologise to any DC fans if I've misspelled Kal-El. I wonder what I would have called that Yan. I mean, it's an insect. The only insect-based female hero I can think is Black Widow, which again I cannot remember her non-superhero name. And that's a spider, so I prefer to call an Ariados, or I'm more likely to find a Spinnerack. That, so it's kind of like, what can I do? What would I call it? Actually, I know what I could have called it. I could have called it Wasp. But then again, if I found a Beedrill later, what would I call the Beedrill? Kind of awkward. But yeah. Anyway, I've played a bit of Pokemon Emerald before. I've played through Ruby and Sapphire. But off the top of my head, I don't know what the main difference between Emerald and the Ruby and Sapphire. I know, like, Ruby and Sapphire, it's whether you're against Team Magma or Team Magma. I believe you're against both in this. You see them both. So that's interesting, and I know there's a lot to do with Rayquaza on the box art of it, but I just don't know. It's kind of interesting how in the first games they used the starters full evolutions for the box art, and then in the later games they started using legendaries. I mean, it basically meant that they had to invent at least 2 new legendaries each time. Well, really at least 3, because you know they're going to do a third one no matter what they always do. I believe the third one is mostly to fix bugs that came up in the other 2, so like, I don't know, balancing issues and things like that, so it's interesting. We got a little short person here, but I'm almost certain she's not a trainer. Yeah. And that's the weirdest sneeze I've ever heard. What? Oh, that's awesome. And it's male as well. If I could catch that, I would name it Hawkeye. It's not actually a hawk, but just look at that. Swallow is such an epic Pokemon. It's also featured in one of my favourite nonsensical episodes of the Pokemon anime, where Ash is against the psychic leaders of this particular generation, I believe, where it's a dual battle and he's against Solrock and the Lunatone who keep using light screen, I think it is, so they can't hit. He's using Swallow and Pichu, and somehow he manages to use Pichu to coat Swallow in an armour of electricity, thus being able to break through the barrier rather than receiving a ton of damage from it, like it should have, really. So it's kind of interesting. Bit nonsensical, because if a bird's type is hit, a flying type is hit by an electric type, it's going to be rad. As the first gym leader in, I believe the Gold Series mentions stuff about you being able to clip the wings of Pokemon with electricity. I've always found, in my opinion, I don't know if you agree with me, that some of the Pokemon like type combinations are a bit weird. I mean, like Pidgey, you've got normal and flying, just call her flying type. Altaria is like dragon and flying. Well, if it's dragon, then of course it can fly, so you don't need to give it a flying type. You're just making it more weak against ice, I suppose, but it's not like it needs to be 4 times weak against something. So it's just one of those things, really. Poison Ivy is now level 6, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. And hopefully Kal-El will soon be following. So we'll have a team of level 6s. It's pretty sweet. It's not brilliant considering that the trainers will soon give me opponents that are like level 8 or whatever, but I'm not too fussed. I'm good with my team of level 6s. I can swap them out. I've got a good range of types. Oh, you obviously couldn't. What's your name? I didn't even mention his name then. We've got 2 orange berries, useful items. Very useful items, in fact. And we have 2 peach berries, which I believe work like antidotes. And as you can get them for free. Yeah, so yeah. It's hold items, so if I'm up against some people... Well, if this was a normal game and I knew like sort of Pokemon my opponent would use, and I knew they'd use something with poison, then I'd equip the Peachy Berry to counteract that poison. So yeah, it's kind of epic, really. Right, Kal-El should level from this battle, which will make him level 6. And Poison Ivy will probably level again, because Ross is quite quick to level, so we'll have a level 7. And 2 level 6s who I'll work on to try to get to level 7 as well, and it'll be a good trio then. Bit of luck, I should be able to get them to level 10. And then when they're all level 10, I'll have an epic little combination. Hopefully I won't lose any of them. I think that was the issue with my last one. My Pokemon were got a bit unbalanced, so I was trying so hard to rate one of them to level up that it just became really difficult. So I'm going to try to keep them more balanced this time. Yeah, so we'll change. I'll change to Tony, so Tony gets some XP. Tony hasn't had much of a battle yet, despite being my starter, so let's give him a bit of work. At the moment he's probably what would be his Mark 1 Pokemon suit if he went to the Pokemon World. I'm not sure when Aron evolves. I've never actually had one on my team before. I think I've caught them. Well, at that point I've got an established team, so I haven't swapped any of them out. Just one of those things that happens, really. Now, are you level 7 yet? No. So, Yokai staying is my main for a bit. We're at Petalburg, which is where our dad's gym is. Now, despite this being the first gym, you actually can't face it, as we'll find out in a minute. Which kind of sucks. But you won't. I'll do this a little bit. Yep. Oh yeah, I've just remembered something else that's new in this game, but we'll see that later. Right, we're going to the gym and we'll find out why you can't battle the gym leader. This is the gym leader. And this is our second rival, Wally. Now the interesting thing I'm wondering is whether he'll actually catch the Pokemon that he normally catches in this game. Or not. Now he normally faces a Routes here, and it is a Routes, but I'm almost certain that when I do face him, it'll be a different one. Now his Pokemon will likely be randomized each time, as will most of May's, or Liliana as she was called. However, May will keep her start throughout the game, though it will evolve, so I set that rule on because I think trainers should keep their starters. Of course, if I was trying to force them to play a Nuzlocke, then their team should change every time, so But yeah, I'll say they've miraculously healed their starter, or maybe my Pokemon that I catch with new lousy Pokeballs that allow them to die. I don't know, if I ever write like a comic of this, it's a really good one I found, then I'll do something like that. Yeah. See, he refuses to bat me until I become stronger, so that's why we can't do that. This is Wally's house, but that's not too important at the moment, I don't think. I'll go check. Yep, so yeah. That's pretty much it for this town. And I'll just have a quick talk to a few trainers. And then I'll go heal up, and then she just said like all the negative things about travelling and said it must be good. Weird. Yeah, so I'll just talk to the people in these houses in case they've got anything. So yeah, we will be ending our little session in the Pokemon Center. Unfortunately, I can't stand in the center of the Pokeball, which is really annoying. I like to be able to stand in the center. I don't have a Torchic, but obviously the slot that my Aaron was in was a Torchic, so in the coding she sees it as a Torchic. So yeah, that's my first heal in this town. I didn't need it too much, but it was mostly for PP restoration, and I shall save here, and that shall be the end of this little video. I shall see you next time, viewers. Goodbye, this is the Crimson Kenya signing off.